welcome, Sotiris. It's a great pleasure to have you here with me today. And I believe your perspective is one of the ones that I care about the most in this moment, because you deal with a lot of people, a lot of different businesses, and I believe you do it in a very honest and open way. So I look forward to this conversation. But before entering the conversation, could you please introduce yourself to the audience?
Definitely. I'm Sotiris Chatzidakis. I am Greek. I'm located in Athens for the last 3 months, almost, after what is happening. I'm the founder of 3 business clubs in Romania. One is called CEO Clubs, where we have 160 members, all of them being owners of businesses or CEOs, professional CEOs. Total for more than 14 billion euros in total turnover. Then we have another club which is called Executive Club for the C-level executives, and then we also have one for owners, which is called Owners Club. I'm commuting there for the last 9 years, and besides that, I'm also dealing with other businesses because I'm an entrepreneurial spirit.
Beautiful.
And recently I started writing my book, my first one.
All right, that's great. And it's a great moment to start to write a book, you know. And I was hearing you talking to the CEOs Club, and it really touched me. Some of the things you said about the first part of this situation, when you had to make choices that were difficult to make. And I really appreciate your perspective on how do you make a choice in the middle of this. I mean, I know you have a perspective of many different business. You must have had everybody upside down. And what does happen in a person like you in that type of moment, and how did you handle, you know, the not only yourself but even the business as such? Could you please?
I think the first thing, let me start from another point to get to the answer of your question. Among other things, I also collect stuff. You know, that's one of the reasons why my wife hates me. It's because I collect stuff. And the collector's point of view is, you know, a collector sees something today that's new, brand new, and can imagine how that thing will be in 30 years. Has that ability. Okay. So when you are in a situation like this, you have to transfer yourself to the future and try and look how the future looks like, not in the sense of the environment, but what happened. Nobody died, we all survived. Okay, it was a tough time, and we are discussing about how we reacted, you know, through in the heat of the night. That helps me a lot to skip the drama and all this exaggeration that drama brings with it at the moment where the ball is hot and nobody knows what to do. So I think that if we manage to reach that point where we really skip the drama, then everything becomes not clear, because still you don't know what's going to happen, you have no visibility, etc., etc. But you are closer to reality, to any possible reality. And to me, that's always the first thing that crosses my mind in difficult times. Of course, there's always the chance, to the possibility that you will make a call. I mean, no, you will make calls because you're a leader. You will not have all the information, and this is what a leader is mostly about, making decisions without all the info. And of course, you're running the risk of being ridiculed or looked ridiculous. Because imagine on the 9th, I left Romania on the 9th of March. If you can remember, on the 9th of March, the messages from Italy were so strong that something was coming, but nothing was certain. Most of the people around us in Romania and in Greece were saying, come on, it's okay, it's going to pass. Is it possible? I mean, come on. And you had to be the bearer of the messenger of bad news. But actually, that wasn't news. That was your perspective. That was what my logic was telling me that was going to happen. And it's a very contradicting feeling, because you can see that you're right for something that you don't like. So you hate yourself for being right. You see what I'm saying? It's a very contradicting feeling.
And then you have to do things that are unpopular. One of the things you even said something, because see, we're out of control in this time, and leaders are used to being in control of the situation, and that to me is like combined with what you said. We have to realize that there is no way we can control what's going on to us, what happens to us, and so the only thing you can control is what you can do in the situation. And so it's what you're saying on the side of making decision, is that the same thing on the side of leading people, because I think there's people that look up to you for in these moments, and you not only make calls, but they look at you. Like when I'm in the plane, I look at the
pilot,
flight attendant and the pilot and the people, and if they're all right, I'm all right. If they are in panic, I go in panic, and so how do you deal with that, leading a group of people in this type of time?
One of my three favorite quotes is the one that says that the question is, what is the difference between the right and the wrong attitude in life? And the answer is that with the wrong attitude in life, life happens to you, and that with the right attitude in life, life happens for you. So this is a choice, and it's one of my fundamental beliefs in this life. After you have accepted this as your mantra, the only thing that people will see in you is somebody who can take the worst of situations and find the positive stuff and build on the positive stuff and learn from the negative stuff, not being unrealistic. You see what went wrong, but so after you've done it a couple of times, then the people around you believe, they are sure that you can do it. And this is what makes the difference. I don't think that it's so much about how great leaders we are, or how inspirational, or how unique and charismatic, and okay, we have our pluses and minuses and whatever. I think that people's security is like babies. We are babies. How do babies, newborns, feel secure? When you keep the schedule. 7 o'clock in the morning feeding, 10 o'clock in the morning feeding, 11 o'clock bathing, 12 o'clock feeding. As long as you keep this routine, they feel safe. So it's the same with all of us. You are my friend. How can I know if I can rely on you? When once or twice you have proven that, your mentality is such, and that you are the kind of friend that anybody would like next to them, what else do I need from you? Even if you're just there and you're not talking and I cannot reach you, I'm okay. So it's this kind of, we are human beings and we connect emotionally. We don't connect necessarily, first we connect emotionally and then we connect, through logic.
Yes.
It's our neurons that do the job first.
Yes. No, that's perfect, and I really appreciate it, because you give such a clear model of leadership that is very simple but very clear. Boundaries and routines, and I think it's beautiful that people can rely on something even when everything else scrambles around, and that's really what keeps the boat going. And well, Sotiris, thank you very, very much for your contribution, and I really appreciate your time. You're taking the time to do this, and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you, Davide.